Hey everyone, this is Peyton Beeman, and I am in your class. This past few weeks, I have been researching how to find and keep good employees in today's society. Um, this has really been something that I have enjoyed because I have a passion for HR and people because I love just people in general and I love to work, and being able to apply those together has been a lot of fun. So I did a little research. I used our journal article from the library, and I've used a few websites um, talking about things that you can do to keep employees, things you can do to get employees. And also just people that certain groups that are invested in HR and kind of really dependent upon that, and that was churches and the Marriott. There were two things that I researched that were like by special groups that had a lot of interest in the topic. So I had fun just researching that kind of thing. I also got to meet with Arissa Weiss. She is the senior director now at Chick-fil-A on Lake Wintrell. She is the HR coordinator there. So she does all the hiring and training within Chick-fil-A on Lake Wintrell. So it was a lot of fun meeting with her. She kind of gave me the layout, how they do everything there, how they recruit employees, and they have a Toros company who comes and they recruit every employee, other than people that are referred, obviously, but they like go to local universities and colleges in the area, and they are able to reach out and find good candidates that would fit our store at Chick-fil-A. And then also like referrals, and they also offer referral bonuses, which is another thing that she got into a little more in depth. They talk about how you keep employees by like offering benefits, little perks that would bring you in to that store. Some things that they look for when they're doing interviews, they have 3 steps to the interview, so it's a little lengthy. They have a phone interview, which they can kind of hear like the enthusiasm in their voice, how they're interested in the company. Then they have the actual in-person interview with Toros at Chick-fil-A, and then they have the interview at Chick-fil-A. The interview with Toros is a little more about just kind of seeing who they are, where they're at, and then when they get to Arissa, that is when it gets a little serious, more in-depth questions like why Chick-fil-A, or like, do you think you're competitive? Do you think you can fit in the environment? Some things they look at are like smiles, eye contact, enthusiasm, and being able to stay connected, being engaged in the conversation. She said that she could tell as soon as someone walked through the door if they would be hired or not, because just the way that they walked and the way that they presented themselves. I'm sorry that if you see my dog, sorry, he's walking around. But so just hearing from her and kind of hearing all the things that she kind of goes through, and then training, like having like a specific set schedule with training, then like keeping employees. They have like scholarships they offer, they have an internship, they have other things like the levels program, like the gold, platinum, diamond, the levels, and like the higher you are, the more the money you can make. So you can make a lot of money with them if you just stay there and you do your job and do it well. um, and also just like having like Chick-fil-A as like a something on your resume. Also like you want your company to be able to say like, hey, I work for this company. You want people to think highly and you want them to be respected. So that's kind of what you're looking for in a company when you're looking for applications, because that just draws people in closer. So this past few weeks have I've learned a lot. I've kind of learned like what we're struggling with today's HR, like finding employees that are qualified, because you can't hire someone that's not qualified, obviously, and then getting the qualified people to apply, because some of the people that are qualified are not expressing their talents and not applying to these jobs that they could easily get. So that's where we're struggling, because we're having a gap between people who deserve it and people who don't deserve it. So you have to like, and you can't just give in and lower your standards just because people don't. And that was one thing that Arissa was talking about, was just they never lower their standards. They have this standard, and if you don't meet it, then you don't make the cut. So I thought that was really cool. Like they'd rather be desperate than to just take someone onto their team. So they build a culture there, and if you don't fit the culture, then you don't make the cut. And I thought that was a lot of fun because it's hard to get on there. So the people that do work there should feel very honored and respected because that's how they felt. So like in interviews, they compare their best employees. So if you don't fit their best employee, then you're not going to get hired. If you don't make our team better, or if you don't make, you don't want to bring someone that'll keep your team the same. You want to bring someone who will make you better. So overall, I've learned a lot. I've been able to grow in HR. I've been able to learn more about it, and it's been a lot of fun, and I really appreciate doing this project. So thanks.